Hello everyone, welcome back to Software Testing with Reed. Today we'll learn how to use case statement in SQL. It's a powerful way to apply if-then logic in your queries. Let's get started. Let's start by creating a simple table called orders. We'll have three columns in it, which will be order ID, customer name, and order amount. So let's create it. So we'll write create table orders, and we'll add the columns, which is order ID of type number, customer name of type varchar2, length 50, and then order amount of type number. Let's run this and create our table. So our table is created. Now let's quickly insert values or information into it. So we'll write insert into orders values, and let's add order ID 1, name of customer is Alice, and order amount is for $50. Let's copy this and add information about 4 more orders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's quickly change the values into it. Order ID 2, order ID 3, order ID 4, and order ID 5. Now let's quickly change the name of the customers: Bob, Charlie, Dana, and Yvonne. Now let's change the name. Let's say for Bob, the order amount is $1,200. For Charlie, it's $800. And for Diana, it's $300. And we don't have any information about Yvonne's order, so we'll put null. Let's run it and insert data into our table. So it's inserted. Let's check it out using select statement from table name, which is orders, and let's run this. So you see we have 5 orders with the 5 order IDs, 5 customer names, and these are like the order amounts. For the first case with the case statement, we'll start with a very simple case, like simple case where we want to kind of categorize our orders as categorize orders as small or medium or large. So let's see how we are going to do. Let's say we call like any order that is less than $500 amount, we call it small. And then if there is like any order amount which is between $500 to $999, we'll call it medium. And any order that is like above $1,000, so we'll call it large. 1,000 and above. And let's say we don't have any information about the order amount like we have in the case of Ivan, so we'll call it unknown. In that case, we call it like this will be our status. Unknown will be the status in case we have null as our order amount. So let's start writing the query. So we'll write select and then we'll write order ID. Let's say we want to display order ID and then customer name. Customer, let's copy this. I don't want like this time any spelling mistakes, so we'll copy this and paste it here. Customer name and then order amount. which are like the three columns in our table. And how we want to apply the cases, we write case, and then we write when order amount is null, then unknown. And next is when order amount less than $500, then small. And when order amount less than $1,000, then medium. And lastly, else large. So you see, this is how you apply your case in simple when you want to categorize orders in, like, let's say small, medium, and large order and unknown order. And then we, after ending the else statement, we write end because we want to end our case statement, and we write as order category, and then we from our table name, which is orders. So you see, basically what we are doing here is we display our three columns: order ID, customer name, amount, order amount, and also we also display order category, where we categorize each order as small, medium, large, or unknown. So let's run it and see what we get. So you see, we got like our five orders, their ID or customer name, then the amount of order, and you see, Alice has an order of amount $450, so it's categorized into small, and Bob has $1,200 order, which is falls in large category, and Charlie has an order of $800, so it falls into like medium category. For Ivan, we don't know the order amount, that's why it's categorized into the unknown value or unknown category. For the second case statement or second example, let's test or check case with arithmetic. So what we want to do is we want to add discount. And how much discount? It depends on the order value. So we call like we give 10% discount for large orders, 5% for medium orders, and 2% for small orders, and 0 for unknown. So let's see how we'll do it. So we want to display the order amount now. So we'll write select, and then we'll display order ID, customer name, and order amount. Uh, and then we apply our case because we now want to display our discounts as well. So when order amount is greater than equal to $1,000, then order amount into 0.1, which will be like 10% of our order amount. And then let's copy this and we'll use it as our for next statements. We'll apply three statements. So if the order is greater than 500, so we apply the discount of 0.5%, that is 5%. And if the order is greater than 0, which is our small orders, then we give discount of 2%, which is order amount times 0.02. And otherwise, which is our else statement, we give 0 discount. And now we end our case statement. We write end, and then we want to display our column as discount, and then we finally write our table name from table name, which is orders. So you see, basically what we are doing is we are displaying order ID, customer name, order amount, and the discount, and we categorize discounts based on the amount of order. If the order is greater than or equal to $1,000, we give it like the large order category, and it gets 10% discount. If the order is of like 500 or mm, uh, more equal to or 500, greater than 500, that falls in like less than $1,000, then we give 5% discount. And if the order is zero greater than $0, that means any value less than 500 $500, it gets 2% discount, and otherwise we don't give any discount. And that will be showed in our another column, which will be termed as or named as discount. Let's run this query and see what we get. So you see, we got the discount amount for each of our orders. So let's say first Bob. So Bob has like 1200 as the order amount, which is like lies in large orders, and he gets a discount of $120, which is 10% of 1200. And another is Alice, which falls in the category of a small order. So she gets a 2% discount because 9 is 2% of 450. And Diana also falls in small orders, whereas Charlie gets in the category of medium orders. That's why he gets a discount of 5% in his order amount. This kind of case statement or use of case for this kind of category in order to categorize or give discounts. This kind of query is really helpful when you are doing any reporting or doing any kind of dynamic calculations. Now let's consider another case where we want to label customers priority based on their name. So we say simple case with equality. So what I mean by that is like label customer priority. Priority. So how do we write it? We write select customer name, and let's say we want to give high priority to Alice and medium priority to Bob, and if there is any other customer, then we'll give them like the regular priority. And let's see how to write the such query. So we'll write customer name case, and then we apply case on our customer name, which is, let's copy this, on customer name when it's Alice, then high priority. When Bob, then medium priority, else regular So now we end our case, which is and and the column name we want to display is priority status from our table name, which is orders. So basically what we are going to get is we are going to get two columns. One is going to be customer name and another is going to be priority status, and we'll be getting like the priority for Alice as high priority, Bob as medium priority, and everyone else like Charlie, Diana, Ivan will get regular priority status. So let's run it and check what we get. So you see, we got high priority for Alice, Bob got medium priority, whereas Charlie, Diana, and Ivan got priority status of regular. So this kind of implementation of case is more like applying a switch case in any programming language. It's here we are comparing the case against the single column. So we just check the customer names and we applied the uh, priority, or we kind of adjusted the priority. The last example of case statement we are going to see is with order by. So use case in order by. So let's say we want to sort our orders, and we want like all large orders come first, followed by medium, then small, lastly unknown at last. And let's see how to write such a query. So we'll write select, then we write customer name, followed by order amount, and then we write case. And now our case starts. Now we are going to categorize our orders as unknown, small, medium, and large. So we write when order amount is null, then unknown, and let's copy this and paste it 3 times. So when order amount is less than 500, we call it small. Less than 1000, we call it medium. And otherwise we call it large. And here we uh, end our case statement, and we'll call it as our category of orders, and from our table name, which is orders. And now we want to order our these uh, orders based on their like amount. So we'll apply order by, and then again we use case, and let's say we first apply and here we see when order amount is null, we give it then a priority order of 4, else put it at number 4, and when order amount is less than 500, then we give it 3, number 3, and when order amount is less than 1000, then order 2, and then 2. Let's move this order here, and otherwise we give it order 1. Let's run this and see what we get. What I'm expecting is the 1200 order with the $1,200 should get the highest priority or the topmost number. So you see, we have like a category of larger order got at the toppest number, and then comes the medium, then small, and then the unknown. So you see, this is how you can use uh, case statements with the order by, and these are kind of used to do any kind of custom sorting for your data, especially useful in dashboard or test reports. So in summary, we used or I showed you like the case statements. First, like categorizing data into like or orders into small, medium, large. Then I showed you how to apply logic for any kind of calculations, like calculating 10%, 5%, 2%, or 0 discount, and then displaying it. Next, I showed you like kind of conditional sorting, giving priorities to the customers based on their name. This kind of is kind of called conditional sorting. And lastly, I showed you like how to apply um, e- uh, case statement with the order by. So that's it for today. That's all for today's video on SQL case statement. We explored how to use case for to label, sort, and apply logic, and saw multiple examples. I hope this helped you. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, which is Software Testing with Ree. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.